Hello, Melissa. Long time no see. You're already 26 years old already, right? It's already been 15 years since I last saw you, huh? Time really flies fast. Who is this? What? I don't remember sharing my contact information with anyone recently, so I don't even know who you are. Could you please introduce yourself first? Oh my! You don't recognize me! It's me, Santina! Huh? Your mother, Santina! Oh, so that's what you meant when you said it's already been 15 years. How did you get my contact information? I got it from a classmate of yours. It was really difficult finding someone that knew your contact information, you know. I went through so much trouble. So, once we meet again, I want you to repay me for my troubles. Huh? What do you mean, once we meet again? Are you actually being serious right now? I don't remember ever telling you that I wanted to meet you again. My, you watch your language, Melissa. But I'm going to let you in on a secret. I know that you and your husband built a new house that would fit 2 families, since you were planning on inviting me to live with you. Huh? Did you hit your head or something? Where did you hear that nonsense? You just got married recently and you're going to be moving into this new house of yours, right? To think that you didn't even tell your mother that you were getting married. What's your problem, Melissa? If you're thankful that I gave birth to you, then let me live with you in your new house. I know what you're up to, Melissa. You were planning on inviting me to live with you in your new house as soon as possible. But you didn't know where I was and how to contact me, so you were a bit worried, right? I was kind enough to come to you myself, so prepare a room for me, all right? Well, it seems like you haven't changed, Mother. You still only think about yourself, just like you always did. Why in the world do you think that we'd let you live with us? You're the last person I would want to live with, Mother. What? Why are you being so cold to me, Melissa? Don't tell me you're still mad about what happened 15 years ago, are you? I really did feel bad for you, but it's not like I just decided who I fall in love with. Seriously? Do you think that I'm going to believe that nonsense of yours? I might have believed it if you had ever showed me even a bit of motherly love, but no, you never did. Or maybe if you had came to see me even once after you left, but you never did that either. Didn't you once tell me that I was just an accident and that you only married Dad because you had no one else you could rely on to help support the baby? Yeah, no thanks. We don't want you here. Jesus, either you're delusional or seriously just that selfish if you really thought that I'd let you live with me after all these years. Oh my, I didn't know you grew up to become such a rude woman, Melissa. You sound just like your father, always making it seem like it's me who's the problem. Besides, your mother lives in the province and tends to the fields that has belonged to her family for generations, right? I heard that a few years ago her adopted child passed away, and so she also needs to stay there in her hometown because no one else will watch over his grave. Where in the world did you get this information? You see, one of my ex-boyfriends was a private detective. I did him a favor, if you know what I mean. And in return, I asked him to do a bit of investigation for me. Looks like that part of you hasn't changed as well, Santina. You're still as free with men as when you left me and Dad. Yeah, say whatever you want. I'm not going to force myself to be miserable because society says you can only have one partner. I never believed in that bullshit. Anyway, your mother-in-law can't leave her hometown, but yet you built a house large enough to house 3 generations of a family. That must mean that you were going to invite me to live with you, right? Besides, it's only natural that the parents live with their children. Now that you're married, you're probably a lot more financially stable now, meaning that you have a duty to let me live with you. Could you please stop making so many assumptions? All of what you just said is wrong. I don't even consider you as my own mother. Don't come to us no matter what. But I'm already at your front door. Mother-in-law, I'm sorry, but there is something urgent I have to tell you right now. Oh, hi, Melissa. What in the world happened to cause you to panic like this? I thought you and Luis were on your way home from your honeymoon. You said that you turned in your marriage papers at the city hall at your destination. Was there a problem? No, it's not that. There was nothing wrong with the marriage papers. Yes, just a few minutes ago, I got a text from my mother, Santina. Your mother, Santina? You mean the one who left you and your father 15 years ago and you haven't talked to ever since? Yes. Apparently, she hired a private detective and did some investigation on us. She knows that we built a house for 3 generations of a family and she intends to move in with us. She says she's already at the front door. What? Hold on, let me check. Jesus, there really is a woman at the front door. To think that something like this would happen on our first day as a married couple. We built that 3-generation house for you and your husband to live with us, not for her. I was sure that I would never see her again. I'm truly sorry for my mother's actions. Don't apologize for your mother's actions. It's not your fault that she's a selfish narcissist. All right. Why don't you first send me screenshots of these texts your mother sent you? I understand. Oh, and please tell your mother that she's welcome to live with you, but don't tell her my name. What? Mother-in-law, are you seriously going to let her live with us? She's going to cause us a whole load of trouble if we let her do that. It's all right. I don't actually intend on letting her live with us. I just have a plan. Just let me handle your mother. You guys don't worry about it and just come home safely. All right. Be careful as well, mother-in-law. Who knows what she might do to you? About you moving in with us. I talked with my family about your request, and they said that there was something they wanted me to tell you. Oh, what is it? Of course you can live with us, they said. What? Really? And here I was expecting that I would meet a little more resistance. So you admit that you thought you weren't going to be welcome here? All right, then I told you what they wanted me to say, so goodbye. Yeah, say whatever you want. It doesn't matter now that they're going to let me live here. Just let me in the house already, will you? To think that you would text me just to tell me I was welcome to live with you after all the terrible things you said to me. I guess children always come back to their mothers no matter how old they get. Hey, Santina. It's been 8 years since we had our reunion, right? We exchanged contact information then, and I kept it for some reason, but to think that it would become useful at a time like this. Huh? You don't recognize me? It's me, Caligera. What? Caligera? Long time no see, ma'am. Don't call me that. I'm not a fucking gang leader anymore. So, do you know why I'm texting you right now? Huh? How should I know? Would you like to tell me? It looks like you're at the front door of my house for some reason. I can see you from the window. Huh? But the house I'm in front of right now belongs to my daughter and her husband. You see, they said they were going to let me move in with them today. How do you know I'm at someone's front door? You don't understand. This house was made to fit 3 generations because me and my husband are going to be living here with our son and daughter. What? Hold on. Could it be that Melissa's mother-in-law is... Yes, it's me. What? Seriously? But I heard that Melissa's mother-in-law couldn't leave the province because she had to tend the fields that has belonged to her family for generations, and also had to watch over her adopted son's grave. Oh, you said something like that to Melissa as well, right? I had Melissa send me screenshots of the texts you sent her, you see? You've been misinformed, Santina. This ex-boyfriend/private detective of yours did a lousy job. What? He didn't do his job properly? And to think that I had done him a favor. Please, I don't want to hear any of that shit. Oh, and it's not me who's currently in our hometown tending the fields and watching over my son's grave. It's my former sister's. Oh, and just so you do understand, that's not my son's grave in the first place. Huh? Oh, wait, what do you mean your former sister? You see, I moved out to that countryside when I was younger when my mom got married to a man there. But they always treated me like an outsider, and I was never really comfortable with the region's customs. I was an outcast there, and so when my mom got divorced with this man, I returned to the city. After that, you know what happened. I went to that rotten high school of ours, and I became the leader of the school gang, which you were also a part of. Don't remind me of that, but I don't understand. You said that you were an outcast back in the province, but you suddenly came to a high school in the city and became a gang leader? What was with the sudden change of character? I don't know. Maybe I just got sick of people looking down on me and wanted respect. Well, if I'm being honest, I'm ashamed of what I did as a teenager now that I've grown up. You see, after I graduated, I decided to disinvolve myself from the gang and get an honest job. I got married and had children, and now one of those children just got married. I'm going to be living with them in this new house of theirs, but I already told you that. This is completely different to what my ex-boyfriend told me. Yeah, but that just means he didn't do his job properly. Nice private detective you got there, hun. So what do you want to do? What? You want to live with us, don't you? That's what you told Melissa, right? I'm the one who had Melissa tell you that you were welcome to live with us. What? You're really just going to let me move in with you like this? Of course. Oh, and you're not going to move in with me, but with Melissa and her husband. It's their house, not mine. If you do move in, though, your room is going to be in me and my husband's side of the house. As a parent to the married couple, of course. You see, I'm the one who's going to pay for the loan that they needed to take to have this house built. Really? But I thought you said it was their house. It is. I just said I was going to pay for it. You see, I'm the one who suggested that me and my husband live with the two of them, so this is my way of paying them back for agreeing. You won't believe it, but I actually run my own business, so I earn enough money to easily pass the loan screening. If you want to live with your daughter, then surely you're going to have to accept the same conditions as I did, right? What do you mean by the same conditions? I mean that if you're going to live here, then you're going to have to pay for the loan with me. What? I mean, it's not like I don't have the money, but it's still really helpful if somebody just appears out of nowhere and pays for half of it, you know? That's impossible, I'm afraid. Impossible? What, did you intend on just living here for free? I don't have a job, you see. I couldn't help pay off your loan even if I wanted to. What? That's why I was planning on moving in with my daughter and her husband and have them provide for me instead. You're joking, right, Santina? Don't tell me that you were just trying to leech off your child, were you? As her mother, that is simply just too embarrassing, even for someone like you. Not only that, but you just appear out of nowhere for the first time in 15 years after abandoning her and her father? Surely you must have been joking, right, Santina? Actually, Yes, you were clearly joking, right? Yes, I was just joking. I knew you were just joking. Seriously, you're hilarious, Santina. I mean, what kind of degenerate would attempt to leech off her daughter that she abandoned after 15 years of ignoring her? All right, good conversation. Why are you still at our front door? Is there something else you wanted to tell me? But my daughter said that I was welcome. No, I said that. You're welcome if you're going to pay for the loan just like I am. But you said yourself that that was impossible, so I'm afraid you're not welcome anymore. Oh, and if you do something to my adorable daughter-in-law, just know that I won't forgive you for it. Do you understand? Yes, but, actually, goodbye. Okay then, bye, Santina. Nice seeing you again. Mother-in-law, we just arrived at the station. What happened to my mother? She already went home. What? I told her that I was the one who was going to pay for the home loan. I said that if she was going to be moving in, then it must mean that she was going to pay off the loan with me, and that I was so grateful for it. That's when she panicked and fled. You see, son, Tina's the kind of person that easily backs off when she sees that she's not going to benefit from a situation. I see. I think I know what you mean. But I'm impressed. Father-in-law said that my mother was your servant back in high school or something, but it looks like that was true. He told you that, but I told him to keep it a secret. I assure you, Melissa, I'm not proud of the person I was back in high school. I've put it all behind. Anyways, I think I know where she got the stuff about me tending fields in the province or protecting a grave or something. So I told her about that as well, and I assured her that it wasn't me. That's my former sister-in-law, by the way. Oh, and it won't do if you run into her on your way home, so take a taxi, all right? Okay, I understand. I doubt she's going to bother us again, seeing how scared she was, but tell me just in case she does bother you, all right? I will. Thanks for your help. By the way, I bought these roll cakes you like from the department store. Oh, thanks. I also bought you something. Coffee beans grown in the place we went to, because I know you love coffee. Oh, thank you. Why don't the four of us sit down for a snack once you two get home? All right, mother-in-law. On my way home in the taxi, I saw someone that looked like my mother on her way to the station. She was wearing these really flashy clothes and was walking so fast that it was obvious she wanted to get away from our house as soon as possible. My mother-in-law told us about what happened when me and my husband got home and the four of us sat down for some cake and coffee. It seems like this isn't the first time my mother-in-law has saved the day, and her face went red when my father-in-law told us about other such episodes. Apparently, a few days later, my mother appeared at our old house where the three of us used to live. It seems like she thought that my father still lives there, and she spammed the doorbell shouting something about how she wanted to get back together. The woman who lives there now opened the door, thinking it must be some sort of lover of the person who previously lived there. She screamed as well, and there was a huge fight, my mom getting multiple slaps on the face. The police were called to the scene, and my mother was forced to pay all sorts of alimonies and reimbursements or other such bills. After that, some relatives of hers grabbed her by the neck and forced her to return to her hometown in the province. She now works from day to night every day, as she was now in debt after paying off all those bills she had to pay.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Yo, Fiona! Long time no see. A little birdie tells me you got married. I almost spat out my frosted hoops when I heard the news. I would never have seen you and him continuing for this long in a million years. I gotta say, girl, I'm impressed. Huh? Is that Jen? Wait, how do you have my number? Oh, the group chat from the class reunion. Bingo! You can be pretty sharp sometimes, girl. God, you are so annoying. Hey, that was uncalled for. I have feelings too, you know. You're the one in the wrong for not giving me your number at the reunion last year, even though we were besties back in high school. Don't pretend you don't remember. We were practically inseparable. Huh? Me and you? Besties? On what planet? You always let me copy your homework. Plus, you treat me to meals and drinks. I'd be lying if I said I didn't hold a little grudge over what happened with your boyfriend, but hey, no one's perfect. I let you copy my homework, did I? That's funny, because the way I remember it, you just took my printouts and worksheets without my permission, ran away and disappeared with them, and didn't give them back until you were done plagiarizing them. Rather than treating you to meals and drinks, if my memory serves me correctly, whenever we went out to eat together, you conveniently forgot your purse when the bill came, leaving me no choice but to pay for everything. Which reminds me, you never gave me back a single cent of that money, did you? As for my boyfriend, I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Whatever, who cares about all that? It's bygones now. There's no use crying over spilled milk, so let's stop dragging up the past and look towards the future instead. I'd rather we just didn't talk at all, actually. Your words, they hurt me. Stop being so mean, you spoiled sport. There's nothing wrong with two best friends catching up after a long time apart. Anyway, can I take the fact that you're still in the class reunion group chat as meaning you'll be coming again this year? Yeah, I guess so. Does that mean you'll be bringing your husband along too? Right, he was in our class after all. Interesting. I'm suddenly super excited for the class reunion. Why? That's for me to know and you to find out. I'm counting on you, Fiona. Keep him in good working order for me until we're reunited. Good working order? Fiona, Fiona, Fiona. It's time. The day of destiny is finally upon us. Huh? What are you talking about? Jen, would you give me a break already? Quit sending me random nonsensical messages out of nowhere. Why would today be a day of destiny? It's just a class reunion. Is something supposed to be happening there? Yes, exactly. Today is the fateful day I finally find happiness. Okay, great. See you later at the event hall, my darling. Would you quit with all the hearts? You're making me cringe. Fiona! It went down just like I said it would. I finally fulfilled my destiny and found happiness. Me and Rufus slipped out of the class reunion, went to a hotel, and he slipped inside me. The mood was so intense, our clothes were off as soon as we got inside the hotel room. And before you knew it, we were a passionate, sweaty mess writhing around in ecstasy on the bed. We have so much chemistry, I couldn't resist but let him have his way with me straight away. Oh, and guess what? You'll never guess what he told me. He said he never wants any other woman but me for the rest of his life, so he's divorcing you. Oopsie. Sorry for stealing your husband, sweetie. Jen, would you mind stopping right there? Sorry, no can do. Mine and Rufus's love is unstoppable and infinite. He's mine now and forever. No, seriously, Jen, you need to stop. Everyone can see your messages. What the hell? Everyone? The class reunion just erupted into chaos with laughter when they saw what you wrote. Huh? Excuse me? Sorry, can you bear with me a sec? I'm gonna unplug my phone from the big screen projector. Huh? The projector? What the heck are you doing? Does that mean what I think it means? Hey, Jen. Sorry to keep you waiting. What the hell is going on? Explain now! It was written on the information leaflet for the class reunion. There was an event called Memory Lane, right? We were all supposed to bring in our favorite photo from high school and would take it in turns using the projector provided by the event managers to show it to everyone on the wall before reminiscing over everyone's photos together. We were allowed to bring stuff in on the day, too. I remembered I had a funny photo on my phone after I got to the event. So I was in the process of hooking up my phone directly to the projector and showing it to everyone. Well, that's where you came in. I was trying to set up the projector app on my phone, but your messages came at the worst possible time, and I accidentally tapped onto one, opening up our chat for the entire event hall to see. Yep, those vulgar messages about your seedy tryst at the hotel were projected and enlarged on the wall for everyone to see. Awkward, huh? Oh my god, no way. Are you joking or something? Oh, this has to be a joke. Why didn't you turn it off as soon as you realized what was going on? You could have prevented this. Well, that was my intention, believe me. But then you mentioned Rufus in the messages. I was about to unplug my phone, but a certain someone came up to stop me when they realized what you were saying. Huh? Who? Who's the interfering asshole who thinks my business is their problem? Whoever it is, tell them to get their stinking nose out of my love life. That's just plain evil. I'm pretty sure stealing someone's husband and then bragging about it is more evil, actually. Have you no ability to self-reflect? Are you even self-aware? The fact you can make comments like that makes me seriously doubt it. Whatever, who cares? You know what? I'm actually pleased. In a sense, this means me and Rufus are now an official couple. I guess you can call this our announcement to the class reunion. Life's all about turning negatives into positives after all, and it's hard not to feel positive about having a big rugged hunk like Rufus all to myself. Still, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't pissed with whoever stopped you unplugging the phone. Go on, who was it? Rufus's wife. Huh? Hey, wait a second. Isn't that you, Fiona? Nope. I get that your heart is broken and you feel overwhelmed with jealousy and despair because I stole your husband, but don't you think this is a little childish? Get over it and tell the truth already. I'm serious, it wasn't me. Is that so? Well, in that case, I take it this means we can call it quits on the compensation me and Rufus were fully prepared to pay you for the affair? I guess if you're not really Rufus's wife, you won't be entitled to it. Okay, have it your way. It's way better for me this way. You know, I impress myself with how smart I am sometimes. This is literally the best conclusion I could have hoped for. Oh yeah, here's another update on our love marathon. We decided to switch to the high-end luxury hotel by Boink Station. We just ordered champagne, room service, and will no doubt be making sweet love until the early hours. You need to head down to the county clerk's office, grab a set of divorce papers, and sign them by the time we get done. Why would I do that? This has nothing to do with me. This feels great. I always knew I was destined for great things, but I never thought my life would go this well. I feel like I'm the main character of a romance movie. With this, I finally get even on the grudge I've had against you since high school. Grudge? You do know I had the hots for Rufus in high school, right? No, this is the first I've heard of it. But even though I liked him and he should have been rightfully mine, you had the nerve to get involved and start dating him before I had the chance to make my move. I was so pissed when I found out I could have exploded with rage right then and there. What? Seriously, nothing you're saying makes any sense. Me and Rufus aren't dating, and we never have. Well, I finally got my own back. Don't act surprised, lady, because you had this coming. How many times do I have to say it? I am not Rufus's wife, and I am not his girlfriend. Oh, someone's calling me back into bed. Looks like a fresh round of lovemakin's about to begin. Oh my, will I even be able to walk tomorrow? Gotta bounce, honey. See ya! You're literally ignoring everything I say to you, huh? Fiona! What the hell's going on? Explain! What do you want, Jen? Don't play dumb with me, you scheming witch! How did everyone find out which hotel me and Rufus are staying at? And how did they know our room number? Oh, what the hell? Why the hell is Gina here? The look on her face when I opened the door was so terrifying I instinctively escaped into the bathroom as soon as I saw her. Oh, I see. So Gina decided to launch a direct assault on the scene of the crime, huh? Huh? Remember when you told me you guys were staying at the luxury high-end hotel by Boink Station? Well, in a strange twist of fate, it turns out one of Gina's relatives is currently living there. When Gina saw your messages, she told her relative to keep an eye out for you guys. I'm guessing she caught sight of you in the lobby and followed you to your room or something. What? Wait, but that doesn't answer my question. Why the hell would Gina be pissed with me in the first place? I didn't do anything to her. Listen, Jen, to be honest, I'm a little surprised you haven't managed to put two and two together by now, but Gina is Rufus's wife. What? My husband is called Richard. He's Rufus's cousin. Huh? Wait a sec. Richard? You mean that Richard, the spectacled computer game obsessed nerd? Yes, Richard with the glasses is my husband. I confessed my feelings to him back in high school. We dated for a few years, he eventually proposed, we got married, and we've been together ever since. What the heck am I reading? I mean, I did know Richard and Rufus were cousins, but I saw you and Rufus on a date back in high school. That's the only reason I wanted to steal him for myself in the first place. Oh, Jen, whatever are we going to do with you? Allow me to explain what probably happened here. It's true, Richard usually wears glasses, but he likes to swap them out for contacts for special occasions. He also looks strikingly similar to Rufus, even though they're only cousins. They've both changed a lot now, but back in high school, when Richard took off his glasses, they almost looked like the same person. Oh my God. I'm guessing you saw Richard with his contacts in and mistook him for Rufus? What? Oh, what the heck? Are you serious? Why didn't you tell me this before I stole someone else's husband? Ugh. How was I supposed to do that when I only found out you made moves on the wrong husband by accident yesterday? Well, you could have told me you and Richard were dating back when you got together. At the very least, you could have told me you were getting married. I'm sorry, Jen, but me and you aren't close enough for you to be privy to updates on my private life. Huh? But I thought we were besties back in high school. I'd prefer if you didn't make such insane remarks, thanks. Do you mind if we call this conversation a day here? I feel a little bit more of my energy being drained with every message. Anyway, don't you have important things to deal with? You know, like maybe the furious betrayed wife in your hotel room? Messaging me should be the last thing on your mind. Sure, you may have committed your fatal error as a result of our messages, but as things stand, I have no involvement in the situation now. No, wait, you can't leave me to deal with this crap on my own. Gina really is livid. She said something about sending Rufus off to work in a factory in Nigeria after she divorced him before she stormed out of the reunion hall. I wonder what'll happen to you. Oh my God. Based on how loud she's banging on this bathroom door, I don't think she's kidding. Help me, Fiona. I'm so scared. Are you guys friends or something? You and Gina? If you are, you could put in a good word for me and calm her down. Will you do that for me? Will you please? Sorry, Jen. This one's out of my hands now. Nothing I could do could possibly save you now. Even if I wanted to. She's the CEO of the company your dad and brother work at, right? She took over after inheriting it from her dad 2 years back, if I recall correctly. I know that! I can't believe I stole the husband of a frickin' CEO. I mean, I'd be proud of myself if I did it without her finding out, but she's banging on the frickin' bathroom door and sounds like she wants to kill me. What the hell am I supposed to do now? Oh, you'd be proud if you got away with it, huh? I guess that means you feel no remorse whatsoever then. At least this way I can take great satisfaction in watching from the sidelines as justice is served. Listen, Jen, I'm not involved in this anymore, so how about you open the door and try talking to Gina? But she's so mad. I just got a message from Richard saying you're spamming him with messages begging him to call Gina off. I'm not sure why you think my husband would be able to get you out of this. You're talking about me behind my back? You need to solve your problems by yourself, Jen. There's nothing anyone can do for you now. Ugh, why would he rat on me? And why would you betray me like this? You're supposed to be my friend. How many times do I have to say it? Me and you aren't friends, and we never have been. What? Quit making me repeat myself. Well, in that case, let's be friends, starting now. Huh? Please, you have to help me. I'm begging you. Isn't there some way we can make all of this go away? I feel terrible about what I did, simply terrible. Honestly, I don't know what came over me and made me act so stupidly. Yes, you do. You thought you were taking revenge on me for some stupid grudge from high school, so allow me to politely decline your offer of friendship. Oh my God! No one likes a dimwit. Although, saying that, I always despised you. Fiona! I'll be blocking you now. Goodbye, and good luck. After the drama that unfolded in the hotel room, Jen and Rufus immediately broke up, making the day of the class reunion both the beginning and the end of their short-lived romance. I was surprised to hear that they didn't end up owing much compensation. But something tells me Jen's problems are only just beginning. Remember how I mentioned Gina's the CEO of Jen's brother's and dad's company? Well, they didn't take too kindly to her destroying their boss's marriage, and word of the affair spread around the office like wildfire. Unable to bear the shame of being the butt of every joke and receiving the silent treatment from practically the entire company, they voluntarily resigned within a week. Fortunately for them, they both managed to find new jobs pretty quickly, but less fortunately, their salaries were half that of what they got at Gina's company. As for Jen, her family promptly disowned her, being so overwhelmed with disgust at her behavior that they couldn't bear to associate with her for a second longer. Now she was lost and alone, her life resembling a Greek tragedy. After word of her misdeeds spread around town, she found it impossible to find a respectable job. With that, she had no choice but to start working the night business, and these days can be seen hanging around on street corners in the hopes that some creepy old dude will pick her up and cover her rent money in return for some favors. Don't cheat, folks!
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.